Greetings and salutations. Dear friends, God has selected you for this message today. You must pay close attention because what you are about to hear is not an accident. Rather, it is a divine appointment. They believe that you no longer exist since someone removed your address from the system. Your identity is disappearing from the location where it should be. The records have been falsified. Someone or something is attempting to make you vanish, and those who used to know you now act as though they don't recall, but pay close attention. God has witnessed everything, and He is going to reverse the situation. This message may be claimed by typing "God sees everything." It's no accident that a malevolent power attempted to destroy you. This is a spiritual conflict unfolding right now. When the enemy recognized your incredible potential, your divine purpose, and the blessings on the horizon, it chose to strike you down before you could claim them. Because of this attack, you may have felt ignored, invisible, and as if nothing has ever gone your way. But let me tell you, they misjudged God. They believed they could remove you from His plan, but they failed to remember that your name is inscribed in heaven. If you believe this is true, type "God knows my name." And if this message has stirred your spirit, please consider donating $20, $50 or more using the YouTube Super Thanks button. Your generosity helps us spread this life-changing word of hope and prosperity. Remember the promise in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Declare with faith that God's blessings are unstoppable and let His abundant provision flow into your life. Amen. The purpose of the attack was to break you. Do you get the impression that people have abruptly stopped interacting with you, that doors that ought to be open are inexplicably closed, or that every effort you make to advance is met with resistance? It's because the purpose of this attack was to make you doubt your value. The enemy wanted you to believe that your prayers were being heard, that you were invisible, and that you didn't matter. Listen up, though. God hasn't forgotten you. The adversary may have attempted to destroy you, but God is going to change your fate. This attack was not ignored. In order to assert this type, my destiny is secured in God. What was taken is being restored by God. God is restoring your identity. Even if they attempted to remove your name from the records, God is repositioning you for something bigger, even when they try to take you away from significant locations. God is using what they intended for evil for your benefit. Everything that has been taken, denied, or postponed will eventually come back to haunt you. The doors they close in your face are being unlocked by God, and God is overriding the system they employ to delete you. What God has decreed cannot be stopped by them. Restoration is mine if this appears. Your life's secret enemy, take note. Someone you care about is fully aware of what's going on. Even though they might grin and appear innocent around you, they are actually involved behind closed doors. This is a planned plot, not merely a spiritual assault. However, God is revealing the adversary that is hidden. You're going to be astonished when the truth is revealed. You cannot enter your future surrounded by deceit. Therefore, God will reveal those who have been working against you, not to instill fear, but to provide freedom. Type "God reveal the truth" if you're prepared to pay attention. Even as you receive this message, divine intervention is taking place. God is intervening. Heaven is in motion. To defend you, angels have been dispatched. They're making feasible what appeared impossible. People who have disregarded you will soon come looking for you. Your name is being used in favorable contexts. Your repair is taking place right now, and opportunities that were closed will unexpectedly resurface. Enter. I receive divine restoration if you're the recipient. Take note of this moment because something significant is going to occur in the following 48 hours. The change you've been hoping for, the breakthrough you've been praying for, or the validation you've been looking for. When it arrives, you'll know this communication was intended for you. A scenario that looked insurmountable would suddenly change in your favor. Someone who had previously neglected you will call, and those who attempted to destroy you will watch as God raises you up. Because God's plan for you cannot be halted, they will come to regret their actions. Put my breakthrough is here into the text field. God has an unstoppable plan for you. Hear me out. Your grandeur was the reason the adversary attacked you. You are entering a time of heavenly acknowledgement. You are strong and you have been selected. You were never intended to remain hidden or to be forgotten. No amount of power in hell can alter the fact that you were made with effect, influence, and purpose in mind. Put, I am chosen by God if you think that's true. Those who attempt to destroy you will see you rise. God was keeping an eye on them the entire time, even though they believed they could obliterate you. He is currently getting you ready for a public triumph. Soon you will ascend in ways that the people who conspired against you, took your identity away, and pretended you didn't exist could never have predicted. In front of your adversary, God is setting a feast for you, and they will be sorry they ever attempted to tear you down after witnessing what He accomplishes for you. If this is sent to you, type, my enemies will witness my rise. Your quiet was God's plan, not your failure. It wasn't a sign of defeat. Rather, it was God's plan for you to be silent, patient, and not fight back or plead for attention, because even you will be shocked by the stunning return that God was planning behind the scenes while they believed you had been forgotten. No one except God Himself will be able to claim the blessings you will experience that you never even prayed for input. God is working for me if you think so. You were merely strengthened by the onslaught. What they intended to hurt you, what was meant to shatter you, what was intended to make you vanish, only strengthened you. You not only made it through the onslaught, but you also learned from it. You came to know who you really are. You are now more intelligent, unstoppable, and prepared for whatever God has in store for you. To make this assertion type, I am stronger than before. You are no longer in the shadows. You've been disregarded, neglected, and treated as like you didn't matter for far too long. However, you are no longer in the shadows. God is bringing you into the limelight. He is raising you to a position where your worth will finally be acknowledged, where your voice will be heard, and where your labor will be seen. Your time of hiding is finished. There will be no more postponements, rejections, or denials. Enter. It's my time to shine if you're the recipient. Your breakthrough was only set up by the storm. God had a plan for everything that went wrong, even the hurt, the betrayals, and the closed doors, because you wouldn't be making this breakthrough without the storm. You wouldn't be moving towards something bigger without the rejection. And you wouldn't have discovered who was really for you without the attack. Everything is starting to make sense now, and before you know it, you'll look back and give thanks to God for every challenge, because it drove you toward your destiny rather than stopping you. If you're ready, type, my breakthrough is here. God is putting you in your rightful place. God had something greater for you, which is why you were rejected by others, why some locations never seemed right, and why doors kept shutting, because you weren't intended to belong in where you were. He is now putting you where you were always supposed to be, somewhere where you will be appreciated rather than tolerated, somewhere where your gifts will be accepted, somewhere where your value will never be questioned. You're moving into alignment, and once you're there, you won't be missed again. Enter. I'm stepping into my true place if you're the intended recipient. You still have your finest days ahead of you. Your greatest days are yet ahead of you. So forget about the things you lost, the people who departed, and the mistakes done by others. Every tear you shed will be compensated for by the benefits you are about to experience, and the happiness that will follow will wash away the years of suffering. You have never experienced anything like what is ahead of you. God is raising you up. This is only the beginning. If you think that greater things are coming, will happen, type that your next course of action. Immediately give thanks to God for your return. You have already won the war, so start walking with confidence. God is working for you and you will witness very soon. So prepare yourself for the calls, chances, and open doors. Enter Amen. If this word appears, we will now move on to the second important divine message. My child, you have only heard about punishments in ancient stories, whispered in terror, recounted in dark places where the light does not reach. You've seen them unfold on dazzling screens made into spectacles softened by distance. They felt like shadows of a lost world. But tonight you will witness something different, something real, something that will rock the very earth beneath your feet. This is not a scary or fun myth. It is not a far-off prophecy that will dissipate with the morning. No, my darling, this is occurring now before your very eyes. Its weight will push into your bones. Its gaze will cut into your soul. You won't be able to look away, and you'll be changed when it's finished. I see the questions in your eyes. What punishment? Why see it? Who deserves this? I won't bore you with long stories. Your mind is racing for solutions. I won't spend time on riddles or cautions. You must listen. My words are plain and my aim is definite. You must prepare for what is coming, which is stronger than dread or uncertainty. You can't forget it. It will alter you forever. Tonight, my darling, you will see my fury, but before you panic, stop, breathe, and listen. The world has misinterpreted my anger. It has become a terrible, vicious thing to fear. But don't you know me? Did you not feel my love? My anger is to save, not destroy you. I do not strike my children down. I pull away the cords that bound them. My fire does not destroy the loyal. It consumes the weight that has crushed them for too long. Did you forget my vow? For whosoever the Lord loves, he chastens and scourges every son whom he accepts. Hebrews 12:6. My anger is love in its most intense form. It is love, a great storm that breaks down every stronghold, sweeps away every lie, and burns through the darkness that has clung to you for centuries. I am moving tonight, kid, and nothing will stop me. The burdens you have carried for years will not see another sunrise. The bands tied around your spirit will collapse to dust. The curses that have followed your family like shadows will shatter beneath the force of my palm. I will blow through your life like a strong wind, taking down everything that was never designed to hold you. And when I move, nothing will be the same. But I must question you, my child. Will you acknowledge your breakthrough or flee in fear? Will you believe me when I shake the soil beneath your feet? Will you stay strong in the storm? Don't run or retreat. Stay close to me, for I am here. My hands are steady. My voice is sure. I am moving now, and as the darkness fades and the dust settles, you will see the truth. You will be free. Walk in light and know I was always with you. Watch, my child. Listen, for my love will shout like thunder tonight, and nothing will be the same. Tonight I'm coming, but not as you think. You have called for me, begged for me, and wished for my hand to move. It's time, but you must know. My kids call my move salvation, while the world labels it calamity. Do you recall when I split the Red Sea? My people were stuck at the water's edge as their assailants advanced. Fear grabbed their hearts and uncertainty whispered, "This is the end." They believed devastation was near, but it was actually their liberation. Tonight, I'm doing the same for you, kid. The challenges you believed would never end, the weights that were too big to carry, I am lifting them. I will break the unbreakable bands that bound you. I have seen the battles you waged in solitude. I have felt the weight weighing down on your spirit. I have heard every prayer you muttered in the dark when no one else was. Listening, I heard you, and now I say this. But I have a question. Will you travel across the water I open, or will fear stop you? Will you believe me, or will you cling to the past because liberation seems strange? I know you hold disappointment, anxiety, and mistrust. But hear me. I'm trying something fresh. It comes forth. Can't you see? Isaiah 43:119. The change is still happening. The chains that kept your family in pain are breaking, and doors that have been closed for centuries are opening. But this following stage will need your trust more than ever. Will you take the freedom I give or let fear stop you? You decide, my kid. Listen closely. Tonight, I come to put an end to the difficulties that have afflicted your family for centuries. This is not a faraway promise, nor something that will happen one day. Tonight is the night of divine intervention, kid. The weight you have carried for so long, the agony, the battles, the burdens passed down through generations, they cease now. No more bearing what isn't yours or being bound by the past. I'm here. But listen to me carefully. When I take these responsibilities away, will you pick them back up? Will you look for what troubled you after I destroy it? Many scream out for freedom, yet when I answer they pause. They crave for what I have already condemned, to what I have already pronounced dead. Recall Lot's wife. I steered her away from disaster. She had a future and an opportunity to be free, but her heart stuck there. She lost everything by looking back. My child, don't go back to what I rescued you from. I said, if the sun sets, you will be free. John 8:36. So listen, when I bless you, don't stand still. Don't doubt your worth. Don't hesitate. Take the triumph I have planned for you. The anguish of yesterday is done. The chains are broken. The generational curses are shattered. The doors that once confined you are now wide open. This is your breakthrough night. Are you set? Because what I'm going to do will leave no question. My power is shifting. Nothing will be the same. Say my struggles end tonight if you think this word is for you. Tell someone who needs to hear this. Look at your own path, kid. Don't you notice its beauty? Every move you have taken, every choice, whether brave or uncertain, has formed you. You've survived storms that could have crushed you, and now you're stronger, wiser, and unshaken. Your hardships have shaped you and prepared you for better things. Your power is the agony that once felt intolerable. Doubt and struggle didn't kill you. They refined you. I ask you, will you see yourself like I do? Will you accept who you're becoming? Don't conceal your value. I love who you've become. I am your validation. Let go of guilt, fear, and the desire for outside acceptance. I've been with you every step of the way, and now I tell you, you are precisely where you need to be. So move forward with confidence. I'm guiding you to better things, my child. Listen closely. Every individual you meet has a reason for crossing your path. Some will challenge you, pushing you to your boundaries and revealing your true strength. You will learn to give and hold back when others take more than they offer. Some will adore you, warming your heart and reminding you of connection's beauty. Some will educate you to move through life differently. But hear me well, my child. Not everyone who enters your life is permanent. Some will arrive for just a season. They will bring their teachings, and after they have completed their mission, they'll go. Some will try to dull your light and test your patience and trust. But even in their presence, you'll learn resilience, become stronger, and realize that no one can take away the brightness I have placed in you. Some of these folks will be different. A few exceptional people will bring out your best, tell you that love is worth believing in, teach you that hope is never lost and that there is beauty in even the toughest journeys. I have given you these souls. Cherish them, my child. They remind you that you're never alone and convey my affection for you. When you locate them, keep them near. They're part of my plan for you.